Okay, let's see if this works. I did a little bit of magic, and most of the wind and sound stopped. Most of it, we'll see. But we'll talk about as long as I just got to get an audio check here from someone that my voice is. You can hear me, because like I mean, yeah, obviously I'm kind of nice to look at, but that's not what you're here for. It's so listen to me talk. And we'll talk about how the internet has changed things in the positive and negative perspective. So, somebody give me an audio check in here. Is this fair to moderate? Can I sit here like this with that going on? Because if not, I have to just change the. What's up, Corona? How's my voice over that? Is it a complete? It's good. You can hear me. Is that completely destroying the audio? I mean, I know you can hear me. You can hear me, but you can't hear that. I mean, it's just kind of background noise. Okay, good. It's decent. Okay. Just let me know anywhere in here if some of the audio gets cut off because of all of the wind. Because there's a lot of wind. I don't know where the fuck it came from. See it? See the wind? And then people are doing a lot of work today. Just funny morning, huh? So before the internet, if you wanted to, let's start here because this was a funny thing that really became apparent to me recently. Uh, Before the internet, if you wanted to go on a date with someone, what would you have had to done? Like, what would be the process? And this is a two-parter. This is two parts to this. One is the primary thing is you'd have to go and fucking talk to them. You would have to see them in public and grow a set of fucking testicles. If you're a dude, and if you're a chick, you'd have to like you'd be all cutesy bootsy whatever, and you'd have to do it in real time. In real time, you'd as a dude, you'd have to go over there and talk to some chick in the grocery store, in the club. I mean, the club a little more looser because you're already drunk up, whatever. Maybe in church if you're so bold. If you're, but whatever. It happened. It had to happen in real time. Where now, everyone, chicks mostly, but dudes can do it too. You can take a picture of you, just one picture, and edit it and put it in the perfect form of when your ass looks good, when your smile looks good, when you're just one little image. And then type out, here's all the things that I think, here's what I believe. Now what a shit show that is. What a farce that is. Because half the people you meet through the internet are not exactly what you're looking at. I like sandy beaches and walks in this moonlight, and I wanna, what the fuck are you talking about? When's the last time you were to a beach? When's the last time you did that? Like, what are you talking about? When's the last time you dressed like that? When's the last time you put that outfit on? Do you walk in public that way? Do you walk in public that way? No, you don't. You end up dating someone if you decide to go on a date with someone that is so far removed from your expectations. It's not getting catfished. The entire fucking thing is fucking bottom feeders. The whole thing. It's not even close to reality. You're not going to see the person with their, you see someone in public And here's the other little. I told you it's two parts. Could you imagine a woman or a man saying, "I'm attracted to your personality"? No. When a man sees a woman or a woman sees a man, you're immediately attracted to how they are, who they are, not some fucking put on persona. It's so fucking. It's almost disrespectful to yourself. I mean, what would I do? Would I take a picture of me like this, and then go, and then just say, "Hi, here's what I like, and here's what I know." Like, that's a tiny little piece of you. Who doesn't want to be on the fucking beach? Who doesn't want to? Who doesn't want to go and have look at the moon and have a quandary and a discussion about the stars and the moon and what does this all mean and why are we? Of course. But are you doing that every day of your fucking life? No. So the internet has changed things in a way that, and here's the good way, give it immediacy to be able to see someone and go, oh, that might be interesting. Because some people will turn out to be, as long as you don't see them as the facade, as a gilded person. Everyone today, hear me, hear this. Everyone is gilded. Means you're golden, but only on the outside. Only as a perception. The perception of people on the internet is not who they are. I mean, I would hope that you've seen me talk and be this way enough. I don't edit the shit. This is exactly what it is. This is where I live. This is how I live. But internet profile, like here's a couple statements of the things that I like, and here's how tall I am, and who the fuck cares? But I can also hit a button and get exactly what I require. Like I really require some chocolate. I really want to eat some chocolate right now, and I don't have any. So what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to manifest it using magic, and maybe somebody will bring me chocolate. Maybe one of you will buy me a chocolate bar. Thank you, appreciate it. But in reality, like just because you see a chocolate bar on the internet and you purchase it, it might look like a big, fancy, delicious piece of chocolate, but you get it and it tastes like shit, and it's not exactly what you expected. It's like it's expectations. So you have this expectations. You have this expectation that something is as it appears to be in that split second, not as a totality, not as a the human form is always different. It's always becoming something. Sometimes better, sometimes worse, sometimes it's a whole thing. It's not one little, it's not a photograph. People like to photograph themselves. Here, little, this is what I look like, and they'll stand in the mirror and take 400 pictures of themselves, and none of them encompass what they are. So what has the internet done in that way? Now I'm speaking in relationship values. Okay, here let's use it in a different relationship to product. It's called it's like that old French statement. It's not it's let the buyer beware. So if you want to go and see a car, you kick the tires, you make sure the door handles work, and this is the car I'm getting. You can feel it out, you can see it, you can interact with it, you can immerse yourself in that. Like I can see this pool. Like this pool looks nice, right? Do you think you want to jump in there right now? It's 80 degrees right here. It's almost the first of the year 2022, or 1022, depending on who you ask. Late December. I'm sitting here in 80-degree weather with shorts on. It's gorgeous, and you can see that. But do you want to jump in that pool though? You know how cold that pool is. I mean, I might just for the giggles and the shitsies. But would you say giggles and shitsies in your profile? Like, is that something you'd say? That's ridiculous. That's so silly. Would you esteem your product that you're selling to someone as being so glorious? Of course you would. You'd make it look as good as you could. But in reality, it's let them have cake. But the whole statement is let them have cake. And when you have cake, what do? You eat it. You eat the fucking cake. If you're gonna eat the cake, then you'll know what the cake is. A piece of cake could look all glorious, but if somebody doesn't know how to cook it, if you're not an alchemist, if you can't put all the ingredients together right, it might taste like shit. So what we have is a bunch of people showing cake, and that means ass. These people are assed out, yo. They assed out. They show all this glorious. Look at it. Look. I mean, hey, I'm not bullshitting. This is glorious. Look at me. This is glorious. Look at this place. It's amazing. But you would never know unless you were here. You would never know. You can't know. It's the experiential life of immersing yourself in all of this. And we get a figment, a facade, a glossed over reality of what's real. So what is real? I mean, don't discount what I'm getting at. Is it might sound like I'm being a little harsh on the internet, but I'm not. I'm just saying it takes the taste, touch. You have to fumble with it. It's there, and it gives you an idea. Maybe that idea will inspire you to something, but it's not correct. In reality, I could be here, and there could be a green screen behind me, and there could be a bunch of fake wind. There could be. Now, I think you all know better, but for the majority of the persona and the idea that you get from the internet is a glossed over, gilded facade that is not true to being. Being is this. What's up, Corona? What's up, Earth? What's up, Divine? What's up, Novel? Dirty on the outside, gold on the inside. Well, I mean, hey, Novel, that's probably, perhaps you, yes. Yeah, I mean, if you can't see someone at their worst, at their most, at their most dysfunction, what do you know? It's like it's internet as a totality is pornography. It's all a grand illusion. In the biggest way, of course, it all is, because it's gone, and then here it is again. But in the most direct way, the illusion is what you think you're getting. It's what you you're getting, and your thoughts will misguide you because you're not focusing on the total package, the whole thing. You're focused on one little smidgen, one little. It's like whenever you buy a book, don't be fooled by the cover, that kind of thing. When you go and watch a movie, and you see the movie, you see the title screen, and it shows you one image, and you decide, I do too, to watch that movie or not based on the image on the front. It's just one image. Why do that? What is that worth? So when this idea of people masking themselves, this is what it is. You put a covering, and you display something that needs to be seen. Like I think it's called like mask fishing. Is this what they say today? It's like the old cat fishing, mask fishing. Like you see somebody that's kind of sort of cute, but you can't even see their whole face. You can just see one little part of them. Like obviously, I'm wearing a hat and glasses, and so I'm covering myself up to a degree. But if I were to cover up my face, could you talk to me? Could you interact with me? Could you interact with the thing that you think it is? This is like we live in such a masked. I have to say the word facade again. It's just everything is such a facade. Like what's real anymore? What is the essence? What is authenticity? What is the integrity? Where is that found? I don't know. I mean, I look around. I here. What do we see here? Those trees will not cease to be those trees. I mean, perhaps if they burn down or something blows them over, or but all in all, it's a tree, and you can get the essence, whatever that tree is, the treeness of it. But we're also we're also enamored by the perceived value of what we, just a singular word or image, like, oh, so and so said this, so they'll define Ronald Reagan by one thing he said, not realizing, that motherfucker was an actor before he was president. No one addresses this, and I'm going to address it again and again, all in your facial region. He was a B actor, and then became president, and everybody's like confused as Donald Trump became a president, and they were all actors. They're putting a show on for you. What aren't you getting? You think you want to date Tom Cruise or Angelina Jolie or whatever? Like, I don't. What? Are you sure? Are you sure what they are behind the closed doors and behind, off camera, not on scene, not on, I mean, how presumptuous are you to think that people are the way that they project themselves onto this thing through typing a couple things and putting a picture? It's a foolish endeavor to believe that you can meet someone through like, I don't know, like anything on the internet. And furthermore, even if you where would you meet? If you went to church, they're in church, so you have to assume they're maybe a God-loving or God-fearing person. So you have a couple options there. You might meet somebody in a grocery store, so they eat, and you might see what's in their grocery cart, and you'll know right then. You can see them. The idea of smelling someone, I can smell you, motherfucker, is very important. Like when someone says, I smell you. That is one of the greatest compliments ever. And I mean, it like, do you understand how intense of an auric field and aroma you have? If someone says, I can smell you, good or bad or indifferent, they know something. You can't smell somebody on the internet. You can't smell someone. You can't. You don't know what they're shopping for. You don't know what their house looks like. You know, people are like, oh, you can't come. You can't come over tonight because my house is dirty. Your house is dirty. You're a dirty motherfucker. That's all there is to it. That's just what it is. People try to like. There's just this grand display of like chicks that it's like chicks that wear makeup, chicks that wear perfume, and dudes that do it too. To not be who they are. Like, this is what you get. Smell me, taste me, feel me. Can you feel me? A lot of people don't like to feel things. A lot of people are inept of tangible, like this. What does it take to feel someone? It's not just physical. It's like to really see someone, to hear someone. Like, listening to someone is garbage, but if you can hear me, you can hear me. You want to taste me for real? Yeah, there you go. You know, why is it so weird that that humans here, just to preface this is a joke, but not really. Dogs walk up to the dogs and sniff their fucking assholes. Hey, in case you didn't get this, it's funny because a human's gonna do that. And I'll give a compliment to Joe Biden, the most coolest, creepy motherfucker on the planet. What's up, bro? Yes. You want to say hi?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay, that's bro right there. He's doing some shit. But like, to be able to be close enough to someone, we're a million miles away. How much distance? Like, it seems like you could almost touch me, but you can't. Can you smell me? You can sort of hear me. You know, I think that's the dilemma of the internet, is that people think they know shit they don't know. That's media in general. You think you know shit you don't know, and you don't know. You have no fucking clue about just about anything. Green screen anything. I mean, I'm absolutely certain that where I'm sitting is where I'm sitting. Here's this. I know that I'm looking into this phone here. Right? For all of you, there could be someone sitting right there with the camera, and there could be a green screen, and I could just be acting this out, and I could have a script in front of me and reading it. But if I could do that, I would be very well paid. And I'm speaking of very well paid, if anybody wants to, CashApp, PayPal, and Venmo, it's in the description box beneath. Feel free to donate to me, because, well, I'm a rich man of spirit, but somehow financially I'm not in a great place. So if you got a couple extra bucks, feel free. Devon, you say you're taller than Tom Cruise. What's up, Woodbrooks? He got his butt wiped. Who are you talking about? Who got their butt wiped? I would hope you're taller than Tom Cruise. because I think that dude is like literally a midget, like super midget. And anybody that doesn't know this, I believe that any man that is shorter than 5 foot five, if you're 5'8" or shorter, I think you're a midget. I don't see it. I don't see you as being an actual. You're a different species. Let's consider this. Is Shaquille O'Neal the same species as you? Is Yao Ming the same? Like, is that dude at 7'7" the same thing you are? I don't think so. It's in the past you would have said these people, you wouldn't have called them midgets or anything. You would like, that's a troll or a fairy or something. That would have been a different species of being. Not better or worse, just different. And people should probably find it in their day to appreciate the differences in people. And I don't get why it's so difficult to be. I don't get why people don't do more full on straight, like, live shit on you have the capacity to on the internet. You know, you have the capacity to just be yourself, and people have the toughest time. Just, I think this, I believe this. Say it, like, fucking be it. Like, what else are you supposed to do? You're gonna go through your whole life pretending to think this way and act a certain way when you aren't. You know, people I know that, like, they'll say something that is just untrue so other people get that perceived value, that perceived identification of, oh, that's who they are. Like if I said I played a sport, or I did this or I did that, like, what's the use in bullshitting? Like, I'll tell you, like, I got my ass kicked because I don't want to look like a failure to ever lose. You know, I don't get that part of it. Like, somebody that continues to tell you that they never lost at something, you should immediately be a suspect of their entire character. Like, they always win everything. Like, no, you didn't. I don't think so. The best of the best lost. Like, why do you here? Roy Jones Jr. He's 50-0. Bullshit. He lost a lot of fights, and most of them, if not all of them, are rigged. Is he a great fighter? Absolutely. Would I want to fight him? Absolutely not. No, it's just stupid. He's a professionally trained boxer. But is he that good? No. If it wasn't for the refs and the money and everything else, like, he's called, what's his name? Like, isn't he like Money Man, Floyd Mayweather? No, he's an icon for an idea. Like, what are people? What don't you get about this? Like, the moment you think that anything on the television is real, I don't know. Like, here's how I can prove something to you. You want to know who's good at basketball? And I go back to this because I love the game. I think it's fucking beautiful. I love soccer too, but I can't stand to watch it. But you think the NBA is anything like playing at Rutgers? You think you go to Rucker Park? Not Rutgers like university, but Rucker Park. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Rucker Park. Go and play it. Go play somewhere that there is no. Everybody just shows up and you play ball. There's no script. Go see who's actually done it well. And there's been a few. I think it was Kevin Durant. Kobe did. I'm not a huge Kobe fan, thinking he's the greatest ever. I think he's great. I just don't think he's top 10. Kevin Durant perhaps is top 10. Go and watch them. Go watch them play at Rutgers. Like, you know, and I know I keep saying Rutgers, Rucker Park. Totally two different spellings, but nonetheless. Go. There's some places in Baltimore that I wouldn't even try to play at. You know, but there are others like, and hey, who the fuck am I, right? But like I'm saying, if you don't think the things on TV are scripted, use any sport as a reference. Use anybody that's a comedian as a reference. You ever hang around a comedian that's not funny? Because it's a fucking act. You have to even ask the best comedians, like how you know how many times they got to work on their show. You know they got to go out like, and this is a compliment as well. They have to go out. I don't know, 300 out of 365 days, and do 3 shows a night, and fucking fail miserably, and have people not laugh at their jokes because they didn't get the line off right. But then they'll do one special, and it's just perfect. But that's what we recorded. So like having some sort of relationship is like with anything is knowing that it's not all heirloom. You know what an heirloom tomato is? You know what an heirloom seed is? You know what okay, hold on. Let me make this wind stop. Let me show you how far I'm going. Guess I can't do it. This fucking wind. I guess I'm not an element. Might take a second or two. There we go. It takes a second. You can't just stop the wind. Okay. The one of the most intense elements to deal with is air. I'm an air sign. You know why air is the most difficult to work with? Because it's everywhere. It's the least dense of the elements. If you're an earth sign, you're a dense person. You have a belief and you stick to it, and it's very strong. Fire is all over the place, but I could blow fire out. I can move earth and water. I can move that water around. Water can't drown air. Fire can't put air out. Air causes fire to exist. And earth and wind, they keep their place, right? Air is here. Fire's down here. Water's down here. Look at, you understand. Air is here. Fire is down here. Water is down here. Earth is down here. So what is the most etheric plasmic substance? What holds that? Air. You can't play with air. It doesn't make a lot of sense. What's up, Aaron? Are you 5'7"? Aaron. Well, you're 5'7". 5'7" is. Look at Mayan Jin Abaddon. You know Mayan Jin, yeah? I think he's 5'3". I got to hang out with this dude, and he does not in my presence. he does not come off. If we're standing a few feet away, he doesn't come across as a lot shorter than me. But if we stand next to each other, he's literally like here. But it's your auric field. It's your auric field that matters. It's your aura. It's how much energy you hold. He holds a lot of energy. What's up, Terry, yo? Yeah. This is what we're getting at, yeah. It's the energy you hold. Like, I'm not a big dude by any means. Like, a friend of mine was like, dude, you're like a slinky. You're noodle. Like, I was like, I'm noodly. But if I can press the slinky and the noodle into something, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. But it's how you can press energy. It's how you can press power. Power it's all around you. If you could bring all of the earth into you, you could bring all of the air into you, all the fire into you, all the water into you. You'd be an immaculate human being. You'd be superhuman. Oh, what's up, No Idea? What you doing? I did not go to the park yesterday. I got super drunk and hung out with some people down here, and listened to a lot of great music. I don't know if you guys can hear the music. Can you guys hear this? There you go. Let's see. My God. Let's go. Maybe let's get into this. How should you act, perform, behave in the world? Like what is that? Like what how can you be other than you are? I know we took a hard right turn on that one. What are you supposed to do in life? I would suppose it would be the things that make you happy and joyful, and more importantly, as soon as you're happy and joyful, you can spread that to other people. Why do anything else? What else is there to do? When I'm not feeling well, what I do is I recede to my little space. I'll stay in my house. I don't like people are like, oh, I ain't seen you in a couple days. I'm like, well, I had to recharge. A lot of people always want to be amongst everyone. No, you have to be a hermetic. You have to be Hermes, the thrice great Trismegistus. You have to recede into your little space and find yourself. And then what do you become? What are you? You want to be as smart as J.R.R. Tolkien? You want to be as creative? You know what I mean? Like, you want to be somebody. Who the fuck are you gonna be? I don't get people's obsession with everyone else. I mean, I get it in the sense that there's inspiration. Like, if you listen to me, maybe it'll inspire you to do something different. But you're not gonna be like me. You're not gonna be like a Hulk Hogan or that old fag. You're not gonna be these great things that are that. You be the great thing that you are. So be more focused on yourself. The more focused you are on yourself, and it does not dismiss others. You have to be yourself first. What do you think? What do you feel? How are you? How's your day going? Start there. The more you're yourself, the better for humanity. Yeah. Like I think this all the time. Like when I'm doing something, and I think I've made a mistake. Immediately I go, no, I didn't make a mistake. That's exactly what I thought and how I am, and that is part of the process of being me, and you being you, because then you get an opportunity to respond to that. It's like kids that mimic. At first, children mimic everything they see, but then they get to a point, 5, 6 years old, and they have a personality because they've seen so many things. They're like, which thing do I want to be like? And they start to take this, and they become an alchemist because they take little bits of this and this idea, this sound. Oh, listen to this. And this little taste, and this little everything that this person they met, and they combine that, and that becomes their ego and their personality. And the ego and personality is very important, because how else could you be what you are unless it was for everyone else? And so you collect all of that, and then you condense it. You put it into a vortex, and then you say, what is the parts that I want, and the parts don't I want? Here's some music. Here's some elevator music for you. Yeah? The idea that everything is everything you do is perfect, because how else could you do it? I would like to do complex mathematics and do a backflip off of this pool right now, right? But I can't, so I accept that. So that's not what I do. Is that better or worse? It's nothing. It's just what it should be. If you're not being what you are, what are you being? If you're old enough to be conscious, a lot of air quotes there, you would realize that there's nothing you need to do but be yourself. That's what consciousness is. It's like, what else can you do? I can't just tomorrow go try out for the New Orleans Saints and get a spot on the roster. Well, because it's the end of the season, and also I'm not that good at football. Right now, no. I don't even know I can be a punter. Like, so what do you want to be? Like, what are you doing? Now get 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days when you start comparing yourself to other things, that's when you become somewhat like, should I have a bunch of friends that are amazing musicians, and I love music, but should I aspire to become that? No. It makes no sense. Like they have 20 years of practice. Like, I don't. Do I have a desire in 20 years to be Yo-Yo Ma? No. First of all, I'm not Chinese. Second of all, I don't have a cello, and I don't think that if I had $3,000 to spend, that I would spend it on a cello. It doesn't interest me that much. What interests me is listening to someone and watching them do what they're good at. Everyone's good at something. Some people are good at being assholes. And if you're not inspired by people that are assholes, I don't. What do you know? You got to be inspired by that. You're like, hey, at least I'm not an asshole. You guys want to have a drink with me? Welcome to the party. So give me 2 minutes. I gotta put some ice in here, and let's see. When I come back, we'll talk about the difference between bartenders and servers and people that work in the kitchen. We'll talk about the front of the house and the back of the house. Yes. Welcome back. Okay, so front of the house, back of the house. Has anybody here worked in a restaurant? Has anybody been a bartender? Okay, so here's the difference. If you're a bartender, you have to be a psychologist and a philosopher. You have to be. You have to have somewhat of a personality. Because you're stuck there. If someone sits down, you have to interact with them for hours. Someone that is a server, you just drop their food off, you say two stupid things, or funny or smart or intelligent, whatever, and then you can run back and just bitch about it. The fact that servers bitch about anything, if you work in a restaurant and you're a server and you bitch, you suck. Just put it simply. Because you don't have to do shit. Literally all you have to do is just bring someone food. The people that work in the kitchen, they have to stay there under the fire and just fucking you tell them what to do as a server. And then they have to make it and go through the whole arduous process of creating that thing, and then you bring it out. And if one time it's wrong, you're like, oh, no. If you work in the kitchen, that's strong people. The people that serve are fucking dumb. I've served plenty of times. And you don't have to do anything. You literally don't have to do anything. The people that work washing dishes are over here, and they just make sure that everything's we're good. They just make it clean and everything's fine. Everything's fine. There's a big difference between you work in a restaurant. There's a big difference between the person the bartender. The reason the bartender gets tips and makes more than most people, I don't know why servers make as much as they do. Servers should make way less. Servers should not make 20% tips, because I know servers that make way too much money, that are dumb people, that are pieces of shit, and bartenders that work. It's a different fucking job. It's a different demand. What'd you say? Yeah, compliments to the chef. Exactly. People make fun of that. Like, just because someone's making a meal, I don't care how they're doing it. That motherfucker's putting work in. And you know what? They make the least money. They make the least money. I mean, of course, if you're washing dishes, you don't really give a shit. You're just getting through the day. But for the work that's put in, the people working in the kitchen should be making the most, with just close enough. The people that work at bartenders should be making second, and servers should be making less than the dishwashers. Seriously. Just because I'm gonna tell you, servers are now the TikTok bitches that just go, I'm gonna sit by the fucking pool and put my titties out, and you give me money. That's all you gotta be. You gotta just be good looking. Just shut your fucking mouth, give me the food, and say something cutesy. They're not doing it, because literally you could get rid of servers and have the chef bring you the fucking food. You could. And if I had a restaurant, I'd get rid of the servers altogether. And the whole industry would change. I don't need servers. Because I want to see the person that made my meal and say thank you. And then also they'd have more. They would never spit in your food. If they drop something on the floor, they're gonna know they're giving it to you. And you can't have a problem with them because they're in the back cooking your food. If you're at a house party, if you're at a fucking house party, right? You see who's cooking. If someone hands you food, you know what you're getting.
In a world with less certainty, you need more than results. Achieve a higher level of TsarXen.
Brenton, you fell asleep during my
And flexibility.
You fell asleep during my last show? What did we talk about, last night or earlier today?
From Sepia.
Last night? You know what? I probably fell asleep during it too. You fell asleep? Is that a compliment or as we're talking about compliments, is that a compliment or like well, I was busy listening to you, or it was so fucking boring. Oh, good. I would only, I'd only assume so, because I listen. I infrequently, but I do. If this is egotistical, make of it what you must. But I will listen to my show again sometimes, like maybe 10% of the time. I send them out. Yes. I put you to sleep with my words. That is a tactic, and I'm very proficient at it. I can talk most people to sleep. ASMR? Yeah, I would. A lot of people used to tell me I should do ASMR videos. where I could just I could get my voice out of the all the weird shit that I do and just speak very doldrum and very. I use when I've talked to a few people and I would say something and it'd be sort of loud, but they're like, everybody can hear you. I'm like, no, I know how my voice carries. I know in a room, if I'm speaking to someone, my voice is at this certain level that it carries this way. It doesn't, if I wanted to go out here and to the, I can do that. But I think that's, so it's having a very monotone, you know the word monotone? A monotone voice. But I get outside of monotone and get into the explicit things. It's like, who's that comedian that is, have you heard him talk normally? It'd freak you out because he speaks very, what the fuck is his name? He was on the Howard Stern show, and he's one of the funniest fucking guys, and he does the bit. He did the bit on. Oh, what the hell is the name? If somebody can jump in here, if you get what I'm getting at here, his name is Jewish dude. He's kind of goofy, and he makes very crude. His jokes are very crude. And his name is right. You know when the name. You know when you have an idea or a name or something or a movie title or it's right there at the tip of your brain. And I can see his stupid face. What the hell is his name? Okay, we're gonna play this game for a second because it's funny to me. What the hell is his name? He's He did the joke on 9/11, and he did the Aristocats. See, I just fucked up. I fucked up the punchline. The Aristocrats joke. You know the Aristocrats joke? I've done the Aristocrats joke for people maybe most of my life. And the joke is, the premise for the joke is say the most absurd things possible, but then the punchline is the most divine thing, the Aristocrats. But people fuck it up because the movie Aristocats came out and they say Aristocats, and so it fucking ruins it. Gilbert, thank you, Super. Hey, Super Champion, what's up, yo? Gilbert Gottfried. Yes. That dude, his voice is so outlandish. But have you ever heard him speak just normal? Like not on stage, not in front of the camera? He called him, he's like, you sound like a serial killer. You sound like you just murder people. Like you sound like you have hookers in your basement. Yeah. Like to be that expressive for the camera, but off camera not like that. That's funny. It's like a different personality. Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried is like a very shy, introverted, humble. Like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Very. But then when he's on camera, he gets this whole Gilbert Gottfried out. Holy shit! There's 2 wrenches in the room. I forgot wrenches were a thing. Have you guys had to wrench anybody recently? I'm surprised you haven't wrenched me yet. I think there was a time it was a giveaway,
Extra pair of
and I was
hands.
giving everybody wrenches,
Someone
and
who
somebody
can
wrenched
do
me
with
on my
everything
own
from
show.
mail files to spreadsheet files.
How dare you?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast. Indeed uses Instant Net instantly connects you.
So there's 13 people here, 9 thumbs up. That means 4 people, but I know 13 is just who's in here now, which means there's been like 50 people here.
It's time to
You didn't give me a
reunite
thumbs
with your
up.
favorite
Fuck
people.
you.
Recharge
Remember
on a
that.
relaxing getaway. Rediscover your sense
I'm here to
of
listen.
adventure. And reignite your life.
I really hate the fact that thumbs down isn't there. I need that. I need that. That's inspiration for people. I don't know why they say, I'm going to take off the YouTube that got rid of the thumbs down. I don't like it.
At RadissonHotelsAmericas.com. So kick back and
It's
enjoy.
almost as annoying as this chick's voice right
The
here.
S22i Studio Cycle by Nordic Track delivers live classes.
I am your iFit guide.
Join me for these incredible rides.
Hey, what's up, Jonah,
All
man?
over the world,
You're
powered by
replacing a wheel bearing.
Greece.
on a beautiful 22-inch.
That's that's got to be like a 2-hour job, depending how
Automatically adjust your bike's incline and resistance to fit your workout needs.
Are you a car enthusiast?
Interactive personal training with the S22i Studio
Are you good at it?
.com.
I mean, have you worked on cars before? Do you have any engineering? Are you? We were just talking about working in kitchens. Anybody here worked on houses or worked on cars before? You ever been in these establishments? We're getting to this. Oh, Jonah, you've had 9 cars that you fixed and sold. Oh, nice. Yeah, man. I don't like working on cars. Probably an upbringing problem. You know, you go in the garage and your dad's fixing the car and he's like, "Hand me the wrench. Fucking, give me the fucking thing over there." I mean, I have worked on cars, plenty, but no. And I used to work on houses and build houses, but Devon, you did auto body repair? I did a few auto body repair things, my own shit, nobody else's, but it's all right. It's kind of like mudding a house, you know, like after you put the drywall up, then you get to no idea. Okay, who in the right mind enjoys fixing cars? If you take the money, okay. I've painted a couple cars too. Who would like doing that? I don't know. Who enjoys sewing? Who enjoys doing the really... Would you rather build something or do the finishing work? I think it's the fact that, like, someone looks at a house and I'm Bob the builder and I put the 2x4s up and I put all of the shit in, but somebody comes up and puts the drywall up, and then somebody puts up the crown molding, and somebody does. Who's the one that gets the rewards? The person that built the house, not the finishers. The finishers get no respect. It's like, and also I don't enjoy finishing a project either. I'd let somebody else do it because it's for them to do. It's a self-satisfaction factor. Yeah, like if you feel good about doing, if you feel good about doing it, do it. Like, The world would work so much differently if everyone did what they really like doing. There are some people that really enjoy sewing. There's some people like that meditative quality of, putting spackle on and, putting the last finishing touch. There's some people that like that. So they should do that. If everybody did the job they liked, I'm not saying everybody should be paid the same. I'm not a commie over here, dude. I'm not coming out here saying everything has equal value, because it doesn't. But if you did what you liked doing, and I think here's what we should do in the world. I'm gonna fix the world right now. Everyone right now, just go trade jobs with someone. Go trade jobs. Keep your income. Everyone gets the same amount of money. Just switch jobs. What do you want to do? You want to go design furniture? Go fucking do it. And then what do you do? Maybe you have to triangulate it, and somebody else gets this job over here, and they get your job. Right? Who cares? But too many people are doing things they don't love doing. And let me redact that. I don't like. I hate the word love. I think it's a redundant, ridiculous term. Do what you really like doing. What gives you joy and happiness. Imagine that. If everybody could just, people should be paid accordingly to what they love doing, and everyone would be paid satisfactory funds. But everybody's doing shit they hate doing. There's not a lot of people that are doing what they love doing. Not a lot. Even the people, when people bitch about rich people, and they go, the richest people are the most unhappy. Poor people are unhappy too. Okay? And it's because they're doing the wrong things. The guy selling fucking encyclopedias, maybe made a fortune, didn't like doing it. And the person that's sitting there on the street corner handing out water bottles hated doing that, and they're not making a lot. But the person perhaps wanted to sit on the street corner and just talk to people and give them water, because that's a really great thing to do. What's it worth? Encyclopedia Britannica? Books of lies? Selling people books of lies? Who wants to do that? You want to be a drug dealer? You know how many people they fucking they're irate and harbor resentment for people that sell weed, right? Things are changing a little bit, but they work in the field of pharmaceuticals, not realizing what they're doing. They're making 150 a year, 150K, right? Or since they're doing it illegally. So you got legal and illegal drug dealers, and they hold resentment for them. Somebody that pots their own plants, grows something that's healthy and holds knowledge from the ancients. The people can just fucking pick up and they go, no, that's gonna kill them.
This week, fill your cart with top
That's gonna
deals
kill
on
them.
household
That's
essentials.
terrible. Like they're making some money. No,
Get a free $5
because they're not doing it legally. Get the fuck out of here.
Downy, Swiffer, Kleenex, or Up and Up products. Then get 10% off tailor bath scales. Finish your list at your local Virginia Target today, where low prices and great deals make it easy to save. Prices may vary. Restrictions apply.
You're gonna auction this 87. It's all revamped, 111,000 miles.
Unlock the power to
Nice,
explore
dude.
and
Nice,
discover
nice.
music ad-free. Once you find a playlist you love, listen to it straight through on any device with On Demand. Or download music and listen anywhere without listening.
Yeah. Ain't no ID. that's the story of the Buddha, right?
Tap the banner
You know,
to learn more.
you go away and you can do it in little pieces. It's kind of like fasting, right? It's like you could fast for 40 days straight.
Over 70 million.
It'd be a hard fucking go.
Or one song.
And if you didn't know, I've done it. It's a hard go at it.
Welcome to the world of
Is it
endless possibilities.
fucking
Enjoy
enlightening?
freedom at your
Yes.
fingertips by searching
But
and
you could
finding
also
songs
just
on
do
your
a
favorite
like
Spotify
3 or 4 days here or there. You could just, you know,
Premium free.
go off and just
Cancel anytime.
be to
Tap the
yourself.
banner to learn more.
It's weird. Like you'll have more to say and to a different way to interact with people if you're to yourself more often. Most people would say you're a talkative motherfucker, and you're always mouthy, you always have something to say, but it's only because you don't see when I'm not around you. It's very quiet. It's very humble. It's very to myself. That's the only reason I can say as much as I do. Most people, they just want to, they're just busybodies. They got to be out, they got to do something, and they have nothing really good to say because they keep in this repetition of just the same shit to say because they have nothing new they found nothing new. But there's newness and freshness everywhere. Look at this. This is new air. That I'm getting to breathe new air. That soon you'll get to breathe too. So you have also breathed the same breath that I have. The same wind that blows upon us all. That's an old one. Yeah, you know what's funny about paying attention? It's the only thing you don't have to pay for. It's free. It's free to pay attention. See how confusing the language is? No idea. Watching the nail as you strike it with a hammer. Yeah. Like if you're so, it's like the story you just said here. Paying attention is like being tender with the soil. Watching the nail as you strike it with the hammer. It's the same as like why those monks will take the sand, all different colors, and make this beautiful. What's the name of the thing that they make? It's called a. It's like circles and. It's a diagram of something. But they do that, and as soon as they're done, what do? They get rid of it. You know what I'm talking about? That's the same thing. Because everything is always in passing. Nothing is not there is that their meditation is on impermanence. Like how nothing has any. Eventually, this phone won't be here. Eventually, this chair won't be here. Eventually, I won't be here. Eventually, you won't be here. Impermanence is the only permanence, right? That you just, so be it. There it was, and there it goes. I've built houses. I've lived in houses that I don't live in anymore. So where is it? It's where it was. Or maybe it was knocked down and built new. I don't know. Yeah, if you're not that yeah, in that there is great freedom. Yeah, which is you have it now, then you don't have it, then you do have it, and then what is it that you have? What is it? Like everybody wants an it. Everyone wants the damn thing. What the fuck is the damn thing? Other than like infinite compassion and now what this is. That's what you have. Everything else. Like what could you say right now to anyone about anything to enliven them? What could you? And why would you? And who cares? Because it doesn't really matter, does it? Everything, as far as you know, you have two ways of viewing the world. It's either a zero-sum game or you're building knowledge. But they are not mutual. They're not mutually exclusive. Like you how to explain this? I know that I will exist forever. I don't doubt this. I know that more than I know this more than I know this chair that I'm comfortably sitting in. I will still exist, whatever me is. Not this, and all this stuff. But also I know, who cares? What's the point? It's a zero-sum game. I mean, I know that I want to obtain experiences and knowledge and wisdom and all of this. I want to become a scholar of some sort. But like, fuck it. Like I don't have to be so hard on myself. I can just sit here and go, so be it. Like right now, if I had any anxiety, it'd be like, if I turn this off, what do I do? Right? What would I do? In this moment, I feel like I'm providing some sort of service to humanity. I feel like I feel like my words are important, but equally, I have to accept that just sitting here is just as important. I'm doing nothing. Oh yeah, yes. Here's where the world goes wrong. I want to jump in this pool right now, but I know that it's cold and I don't have a towel. If I had a towel with me, there's 100% chance I'd jump in the pool. But my anxiety about jumping in the pool is that there's no towel, that I'll be cold. But that's my expectation, that somebody won't walk out here with a towel for me. But I should know better. I should know better that if I just jump in the pool, then someone will just come out here and bless me with a towel. All right, I'm gonna go refill this cup. You guys, if someone, okay, look it, no idea. If someone walks by with a towel, my fucking mind will be blown, as usual. But check it out. I'm gonna go refill this. I need some ice cubes in here, and I'll see you guys in 30 seconds. And here, just so you know, like my phone is right here. So you guys are, this is my phone. So I can't call someone like, hey, come down here with a towel. But if it happens, amazing. So check it out, yo. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go play with the ducks. Go walk around the park. I will try to make another. I'll try doing the show in a little bit. Talk to y'all. And if you'd like to, as per usual, at the end of this, I'd like to remind you you're allowed to, if you like, donate to me. It's in the description box beneath. TsarXen, CashApp, PayPal, blah, blah, blah. And also, take care of yourself, because if you're not taken care of, who can you help? You gotta be strong to help out other people. So, you know, be weird, be wonderful, be extravagant. Why not? I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. Stay well.
Coca-Cola
Have a
Company.
beautiful day.